This list of commonly asked federal work-study questions is provided as a resource for students who have received a federal work-study allotment on their financial aid award letter. The questions listed below will be posed and then answered in the following minutes. What is federal work-study? Federal work-study is a program that assists colleges and universities with paying for student employees. It is important to note that although a work-study dollar amount might appear on a student's financial aid offer, it does not work like a grant or a student loan. It is not guaranteed money that has automatically been applied to their student account. Why do I qualify for federal work-study? The FWS dollar amount that appears on a student's financial aid award letter is based upon calculations from the FAFSA. What this amount means is that if the student were to successfully interview for a qualified on-campus job and be offered employment, the federal government will provide that amount toward the student's employment earnings, but only as they actually earn it over time. If a student earns more than the federal work-study allotment shown on the award letter, this amount would then be paid directly from the office budget where the student is employed. If I am FWS qualified, does this mean I automatically have a job? A work-study allotment on the financial aid award letter does not guarantee employment or earnings. At Slippery Rock University, finding and securing an on-campus job is similar to finding and securing a job in the private sector. Any student who is interested in on-campus employment must be proactive, search for on-campus jobs, apply for the jobs, and interview. Some, but not all, campus offices list open positions on the College Central Network. You can find a link to the College Central Network from the Federal Work-Study page where you found this video. If I have a federal work-study job, are my earnings automatically applied to my bill at Slippery Rock? All students, whether they are work-study qualified or not, are paid bi-weekly for their on-campus work by check or direct deposit. No portion of a student's earnings will be automatically applied to a student's account. If a student wishes to apply some or all of their earnings to their outstanding balance, the student would need to first deposit their earnings and then make a payment on their account with a check or by credit or debit card. When should I begin to apply for on-campus jobs? It is never too early to start looking for an on-campus job. Note that not all campus departments hire in the fall. In fact, hiring can occur just about any time during the year. Students can bookmark this Federal Work-Study page or the College Central Network page to occasionally check for new openings. Students may also inquire in individual campus departments, as not all campus offices post their positions on the College Central Network. What if I do not have a federal work-study award or my award is very small? A student should not be concerned with the actual amount of federal work-study allotment on their financial aid award letter. In fact, most funding for student employment on Slippery Rock University's campus is provided by the institution and not the federal work-study program. This is not typical of many colleges, but it does allow a greater number of our students to be able to work while attending college. Students who are not work-study eligible may also apply for on-campus jobs. What happens if I decide not to work this year? This is not a problem. Whether you work on or off campus or not at all, this decision will have no negative impact on your other federal financial aid, such as grants or loans. If I am hired for an on-campus job, what do I do next? Once a student is interviewed for a job and has been offered that job, The student must visit the Slippery Rock University payroll office on the second floor of Old Main, or the payroll website for the proper forms that they must submit to the payroll office prior to their first day of work. This will include a W-4 and an I-9 form. The student should also read the student handbook available on this Federal Work-Study website in order to become familiar with their rights and responsibilities as student employees.